Andrew Taft, the first baseman out of Lemoyne College, will lead off the top of the 7th here for the Stallions. Ale Stanovich still on the mound for the Mohawks. That one is flown into shallow right center. Coming on is the right fielder who will make, they say he's safe. They say he did not make the catch. It looked like it was an amazing sliding catch by Jake Hammond, as they are now asking here to see if they might change the call. There's only 2 umpires, and 1 umpire was there watching the whole thing. If ball bounces in for a hit, that will actually be the first hit for the Stallions in this official game. Did not record one through 6. As Coach Keith Griffin is looking for an explanation here, as this is an interesting start to the top of the 7th. Shane Muntz, during warm-ups, a ball was bounced in by Stanovich, and he actually was hit. It looked like in the neck by it, right in the throat, and he was checked out by our trainer, Carla, and the coaching staff, and it seemed like he would be all right, but I think he was just a little more frustrated by it than anything. But it's all right. But now Stanovich on the first pitch here, Taft lines what will be the first hit for the Stallions off of Stanovich. As Saugerties will have a runner on first here with nobody out. As that one is quickly grounded to Elvis Peralta Jr., then airmails Richie Nitza at second, and that one rolls all the way to right field. Taft is being sent home. Muntz is awaiting the throw, but Taft then stops, as he is a large guy going from first to third there. But that looked like a tailor-made double play ball that was just booted by Elvis Peralta Jr. That will only be his second error all season, as that E6 will allow the runners to move up to second and third. The Mohawks are still up 4-0, but the Stallions now are threatening. So that'll bring up Jordan Kodzicki, who so far today is 0 for 1. He struck out. As Coach Keith Griffin comes out to the mound, we may see a pitching change. Was hit by Carlos Pino out of Nyack College. And it will be a 2-base error on the throw. And it looks like we'll just have a mound visit here from Coach Keith Griffin. He may need a little bit more time for his guys in the bullpen to get set. So it's off. As Jordan Kodzik steps up to the plate. And now we have a call from the home plate umpire, but now it looks like we'll be able to resume. Nope, and now we will have a mound visit between Muntz and Stanovich. As now the Mohawks crowd begins to shuffle in. We do have a doubleheader on tap. We are currently in the top of the 7th of the first game, and then we'll have another 7 coming for you, as that one misses high, and it's 1-0 here to Kodzicki. Kodzicki on the year is 8 for 32, hitting .250 for the Stallions with 8 runs scored. That one misses low and inside. He also has 2 RBIs. He's walked 3 times and has struck out 4 times. Our apologies, folks, as we had an interruption in our stream. But we now have Ryan McLinsky coming in to pitch for the Mohawks, top of the 7th here. Still nobody out. Bases are loaded for the Saugerties Stallions. They're down 4-0. Tying run coming to the plate in the form of Noah Searcy out of Georgia Southern. As this will be McLinsky's first batter. He comes in after Stanovich goes 2 innings. As that one will be ripped into right. Jake Hammond headed back, and he won't get it. It'll be over his head. He takes the pitch off the wall as we have looked like the Stallions might actually catch each other, as gunned out at the plate is number 10, Carlos Pino. So it looks like 2-run score. Or excuse me, only 1 run will score. So Andrew Taft scores. They're on an RBI double by Noah Searcy. So Taft scores, and that will bring up Darius Foster, the 9-hitter out of Oregon State. And there will still be runners on second and third. Here, 1 out, as that one misses high, and it's 1-0. As Pino was gunned out at the plate, that was a 9-4 to 2 on the putout, as that one is fouled right back to the screen, and it will be 1-1 here to Foster. Moving from first to third is Kodzicki, as that foul ball actually glanced Shane Muntz's helmet, so he takes a little bit to make sure he's okay, as he's getting beaten up this inning. But the Stallions still with the tying run at the plate, looking to score a couple more and close and get this game closer, as McLinsky has actually come in and he saved a few games for the Mohawks. His numbers on the season, this is his 9th appearance. He's thrown 13 innings, given up 6 hits and 0 runs. So that will be the first run given up by him, but it won't be an earned run. So, or excuse me, it's actually that both of those runners that were on base went to Stanovich, as that one is kind of missed by Foster, and it's 2-2. So he actually won't be charged with that run either. So he still has an ERA of 0.00, a 1-0 win and loss record, and he has 5 saves, which leads the team. So currently, he did not come in a save situation, so I don't believe he would pick up a save even if he finished the game right now, as that one misses outside and runs the count full. Also, for anyone who's wondering, this would not end the game right here. We are playing 9 in the first game, but then the second game will be 7 innings, so we'll actually only play about 12 here at Shuttleworth Park today. But we'll have 2 games final, hopefully, by the end of it, as that one misses high, and Foster is on here to load the bases once again. As that will bring up the leadoff hitter, James Gargano, out of Butler University. Kodzicki is on third. Searcy is on second. Foster is on first here for the Stallions. McLinsky throwing to Gargano, misses high, and it'll be 1-0. Searcy has the lone RBI for the Stallions, an RBI double earlier in this inning. But Jake Hammond made a nice relay throw in, as Richie Nitsa gunned him out at the plate, as that one is popped out of play, and it will be 1-1. Gargano on the year is hitting .288, 21 for 73 for the Stallions, 9 runs scored and 12 RBIs. The 1-1 is a curveball that sits high, so it will be 2-1. Gargano in this game, total is combined with the June 24th start, and now is 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch but was stranded in the third top of the third. McClinsky sets and deals the 2-1. As that one catches the outside corner, and it will be 2-2. On deck is Cameron Comer, the designated hitter out of Virginia, and a left-hander. Yet there's no action in the Mohawks bullpen, so it's probably McClinsky's inning to finish. As that one is flown high in the air to left, but it looks like it'll stay in the park. Ranging back is Tanner Allen. He'll not make the catch. He drops the ball, so that will be an E8. He gets the ball in quickly. Only one run scores, but everyone moves up a base, and there's still only one out here. And it is 4-2 Mohawks, as that will be an E7, actually. I misspoke saying the E8. But that E7 allows Kutsicki to score, as the Mohawks have made 2 errors in the inning. As that one misses outside, so it will be 1-0 here to Comer, who is 0 for so far today. He walked in his last at-bat in the 6th. Base is still loaded here, 4-2. As that one is cut and missed by Comer, and it will be 1-1. The tying run is on second base. Go-ahead run on first. And Comer at the plate so far is leading the team out of all qualified in batting average with the 357 clip as he lifts that one into the left center. Ranging over is Tanner Allen to make the catch, and he will make the throw in as the throw is offline, but the runner did not try him in Cersei at third. So that F7 will be the second out, as that will bring up the 3-hitter Tyler Kelder, who popped out last inning. Kelder total in the game is 0 for 3 with a strikeout, as Coach Keith Griffin comes out to talk with Ryan McClinsky. As we'll have a conference here. Of course, the Mohawks knew that they would have an advantage coming into this game with a 4-0 lead, but with any of these doubleheaders, especially with how the PGCBL schedule works, is that July you're playing back-to-back doubleheaders. These guys played a doubleheader Sunday against Albany, and they went to Oneonta last night and blew out the Outlaws by the score of 14-2. In that game, Jake Hammond had 3 hits, Richie Burrell had 3 hits, Elvis Peralta hit his 5th home run of the season, and after this game, he will actually have 6 because he hit a 2-run home run in the 3rd. Mike Antico will lead off the bottom of the 7th inning here for the Mohawks, up 4-2. He looks like he would square around a bump, but pulls it back. That one's taken outside, and it will be 1-0. Dylan Good still out there to pitch for the Stallions. He had come in on June 24th, and they decided to just have him come back out to start or to resume this game, as that one misses high, and it's 2-0. But we will as that 2-0 is in there for a called strike, 2-1. So good officially. We'll have to see how many innings he pitched during this game, but so far he has thrown 2.1, as this will be the start of his third inning, as that one is caught in foul ground by the third baseman, Easton Bertrand, as that will bring up the two-hitter Jake Hammond. Hammond so far in the game, he came into the third inning, lined out to the first baseman, excuse me. He came out in, that was on June 24th, as that one misses low and inside, it'll be 1-0. And in the fourth inning, he actually flew out to, or popped out to third base to end the fourth. The 1-0 here from Good is outside, so it'll be 2-0. On deck is the first baseman, Joe Genord. Into Hammond is lined for a base hit into right field. Cutting it off is the right fielder, Cersei, and makes a nice throw in, so Hammond stays at first with a one-out single. As that brings up Genord. Genord so far in this game is 0 for 3. He struck out, grounded out, and popped out. But he is currently riding a hot streak, as he has broken the Mohawks all-time RBI record, as well as he's hit 3 RBIs yesterday in the 14-2 win over the Oneonta Outlaws, as that one is on the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1. But it seems like Genord has been hitting better on the road than at home. I would like to see that split. Check of the runner at first, but Hammond slides back in safely. But Joe's numbers on the year, he's hitting .259, 22 for 85, excuse me. So in 22 games, he has 22 hits and 24 RBIs. Another check of the runner at first, but Hammond gets back in there just safely. He also has 12 runs scored, 4 doubles and 3 home runs, along with 10 walks and 14 strikeouts. Hammond, the runner, is going. That one will be fouled out of play, so he'll have to go back. Hammond's stolen base numbers on the year, he has 5. He's been caught once, so he's 5 for 6 as check of the runner once again, but Hammond's back in safely. Oh, 2 here to Joe Genord, bottom of the 7th. Of game 1 of this doubleheader between the Stallions and the Mohawks. That pitch misses low and away, so it will be 1-2. As Genord gets his signs from third base coach Doug O'Bray. And the 1-2 is caught and missed by Genord, so that will be his second strikeout of the game. And it will be the second out of the inning. So that brings up Cole Barr out of Indiana. Some guys, when coming up to the plate, they have the bat in their hand just exactly how they want it. They, are gripping it tight or like kicking off of their shins or something like that. Cole Barr walks up with it right in his left hand, usually left hand, I think, each time. Check of Hammond at first, but he's back in safely. And he doesn't actually put it in position in his hands until he's actually ready to step into the box. Another guy who was kind of like that was TJ Collette, I believe, would walk up with just the bat lowered in his hand as that one is flown out to center field. Ranging under is the center fielder, Foster, to make the catch for the third out. As we will head to the eighth here at Shuttleworth Park. Amsterdam Mohawks up 4-2 over the Saugerties Stallions. You are listening to the Amsterdam Mohawks Radio Network here on YouTube Live. Easton Bertrand will lead off the inning here for the Stallions. Cuts and misses at a curveball from McLinsky. He'll be 0-1. And it was just announced Easton Bertrand is actually in, as we have people behind the plate here. I don't know what they're doing. That was odd. Interesting there as that one is kind of missed. And it'll be 0-2 here to Bertrand. Bertrand was just announced as the center fielder, and I think he just might be. So we'll have to see about that. And the 0-2 misses outside, so it'll be 1-2 here to Bertrand. But Bertrand so far today is 0-3, struck out twice. And the 1-2. That curveball misses low and away, so it'll be 2-2. McClincy sets, deals the 2-2. That one misses high and outside, so it'll now be 3-2. As McClincy gets ahead 0-2 and now falls behind. Not exactly what you want to see out of one of your best guys that has come out of the bullpen so far this year. As that curveball misses high and inside. So after going ahead 0-2, McClincy walks Bertrand to lead off the eighth. As Andrew Taft will step up to the plate. Taft began the last inning with a single to right that it looked like it was caught at first by Jake Hammond, but the ump determined that it had hit the ground first. As that one is low for a ball, it will be 1-0 here to Taft. But that was ruled a single, and he would eventually come around to score on an RBI double by Noah Searcy. The 1-0 is on the outside corner for a called strike, makes it 1-1. But with that single And that was actually the first hit for the Stallions all game. They still only have 2 hits to go with their 2 runs, down 4-2 here to the Mohawks as that curveball misses outside. It'll be 2-1. But Taft total is 1 for 3 today. On deck is Carlos Pino, the catcher. Bertrand taking a modest lead from first. The 2-1 misses high, and it'll be 3-1 now to Taft. Bertrand does have 2 stolen bases on the year, 1 caught stealing, though, so he's only 2 for 3. And checking the runner, and they got him held up as Bertrand's cleat stuck in the turf. And they will get him as Peralta tags him out. It'll be a 1-3-6 putout. As now the base runner is removed. And it will be a 3-1 count here to Andrew Taft with 1 out. Sun shining bright here at Shuttleworth today. We had a couple of cool days this past week here in the capital region, but it has since gotten warmer again. 3-1 sits high, so Taft is on with a 1-out walk. And that will bring up the catcher, Carlos Pino. Pino so far today is 0 for 3. He reached on a throwing error by Elvis Peralta Jr. last inning and ended up getting thrown out at the plate on the RBI double by Noah Searcy. He had scored Taft, and trying to score behind him was Pino, but he was gunned down on a relay throw from Richie Nitza. As we have a warning to the Amsterdam Mohawks dugout, it seems like talking about balls and strikes, as that one didn't seem like it missed too much. But regardless, Taft gets the walk here of 1 out. As now we have the home plate umpire marking something down, and now we'll finally get back to some baseball. McClinsky pitching to the catcher, Carlos Pino here. Tying run at the plate, 1 out, runner on first. Top of the 8th inning in game 1 of a doubleheader here between the Stallions and Mohawks. That one misses low, and it will be 1-0. As McClinsky is now visibly upset, as Elvis Peralta coming in to try and calm him down. And McClinsky will now reset and try to refocus and get out of the inning here, as the Mohawks are already shorthanded in the bullpen. That 1-0 is on the outside corner for a called strike. He'll even count 1-1, gets a sarcastic cheer from the Mohawk faithful. As taking a modest lead from first is Andrew Taft. That 1-1 misses outside, so it'll be 2-1. I'm not sure where that one missed. Now I think it's starting to get a tad ridiculous. But regardless, it will be 2-1. McClinsky steps off and will try to compose himself. But now Shane Muntz will go out and try and talk to him. I think McClinsky is just heated now because he thinks he's hitting his spots and he's not getting the call that he wants. So sometimes as a pitcher that can really get in your head. So Shane Muntz will try to calm him down. McClinsky out of Seton Hall. We determined last inning there were 2 runs given up with McClinsky pitching, but neither of them will be an earned run towards his stats, so he will still have a 0.00 ERA after at least that inning, as that one misses low, and it will be 3-1 now, as there is a small Saugerties contingent here at Shuttleworth Park. And the 3-1 is fouled back, so that will make the count full at 3-2. So we have a nice fluffy little dog, and some dogs making friends. You might hear a bark or two. That's because it's Bark in the Park here at Shuttleworth Park. You are allowed to bring your dog in, as that one is nibbed in the infield as Elvis Peralta sells under it to make the catch. I meant to say it was in on the hands of the hitter, Pino. So that pop out to short will be the second out. As Jordan Kodzicki out of the University of Minnesota steps up to the plate. Kodzicki comes in. He actually came in the original game for Jacob Hitz, who was thrown out for charging the mound in the third inning of that game. As that one misses high, and it'll be 1-0. Genord now not keeping the runner on. He will play behind Taft. The 1-0 is cut on and missed by Kodzicki. It'll be 1-1. Kodzicki so far in the game is only 0 for 1. He actually was hit by a pitch in the third but was stranded, but then walked in the 7th and came home to score when Tanner Allen bobbled a ball out and left. As that one misses high, and it'll be 2-1. As the Stallions would love to try and shorten this game up here. Still down 2 runs here in the 8th. That one's popped a mile high into foul territory down the left field line, but it looks like it'll get out of play on the Crescent Avenue. Two and two count here. 2 outs, runner on first, top of the 8th. Tying runner at the plate. The 2-2 is grounded to the left side through the hole for a base hit. Tanner Allen fields it as Taft will go to second. And that will put the tying run on base for the Stallions. And it will bring up Noah Searcy, who has the only RBI in this game for the Stallions on an RBI double last inning. That scored Andrew Taft, who currently sits on second, but allowed Carlos Pino to be thrown out at the plate. So it could be a 4-3 game right now if that did not happen, as that one is fouled off of our press box here at Shuttleworth. As Searcy today is 1 for 3 with that RBI double. He struck out in his other 2 plate appearances. The 0-1 from McClinsky. That curveball, I'm not sure where that one missed, but I guess he says it sat high. It'll be 1-1 here. As now we'll have time here. There's a slight breeze, but not much here at Shuttleworth Park. Runners on first and second. 2 outs, top of the 8th, as the Mohawks look to get out of this inning and secure a Game 1 win of this doubleheader. That one is caught and missed as McGlinskey is ahead 1-2 here on Searcy. Both teams came in 17-12 today. So, of course, that certainly matters as they are both tied for first place in the PGCBL standings. That one is fouled off by Searcy. It stays 1-2. But to give a quick look at the standings, both the Stallions and Mohawks are 17-12, while the Albany Dutchmen are sitting at 16-12, just, of course, a half game behind both of these teams. Glens Falls is currently 13-17 with which is 4.5 games back. That curveball is fouled back to the backstop as Searcy stays alive. And Oneonta rounds out the bottom of the East Division with the 10-18 record, 6.5 games back. They have lost 10 in a row. As the Stallions and Mohawks still chase both other division leaders, with the Mohawk Valley Diamond Dogs at 19-10. As that 1-2 is ripped into right center, that will drop for a base hit, and it will get all the way to the wall. Fielding is the right fielder, Jake Hammond. Coming into the score is Andrew Taft, and right behind him will be the shortstop Kazicki, as the Stallions have tied this game up here at Shuttleworth on a 2 RBI double from Noah Searcy. As Searcy has all 3 RBIs for the Stallions today, as their 4th run came on an error. As both, I mentioned, Taft and Kazicki came in to score, as those will be the first 2 earned runs on McGlinskey's plate, as that one is fouled off by the hitter Foster, or excuse me, is not Foster. It is, as I try to get, it will actually be someone who's put in Dylan Lifrieri, as that one misses blown away. So the batter is Dylan Lifrieri out of the University of Arkansas. He'll actually be going there in the fall. So he's a high school senior right now out of Wilton, Connecticut. But Searcy still on second has the go-ahead run here. 1-1 count from McGlinskey to Lifrieri. He flies that one into shallow right. Coming in is Jake Hammond, calling everyone off to make the catch and retire the side, but not before the Saugerties Stallions tied up on a 2 RBI double by Noah Searcy out of Georgia Southern, as they scored 2 runs in that past inning on 2 hits. There were no errors in the inning, as we now sit tied 4-4 heading to the bottom of the 8th here at Shuttleworth Park. You're listening to the Amsterdam Mohawks Radio Network here on YouTube Live. Shane Muntz will lead off the bottom of the 8th inning here for the Mohawks as the Stallions rallied back to tie this game up at 4-4. That one misses low and inside, and it'll be 1-0 here to Muntz, who so far on the day is 1 for 3. He hit a solo home run in the first half of the game, and this one might go too, and it will! As the first batter at the bottom of the 8th is Shane Muntz, who hits a go-ahead home run to put the Mohawks back up 5-4. As that will be his second officially of the game on 2 different dates in 2 different months. And it will be, and let me check the air right here, that will be his his 4th of the season. As that will bring up Justin Foscue, the third baseman out of Mississippi State. Foscue so far today has yet to record an at-bat. He walked in his first at-bat as a Mohawk, as that one misses low and away. It'll be 1-0. Foscue and Tanner Allen just got here today from Mississippi State, as that one misses low. It'll be now 2-0. As that home run was still off of Dylan Good, who is the pitcher in still for the Stallions. As that one misses low and away, and it's now 3-0 to Foscue, so he has yet to see a strike in the PGCBL. 7 straight balls to start him off. And the 3-0 from Good is outside for a ball, as this home plate umpire has certainly squeezed the strike zone today on both teams. And Foscue is on with his second walk of the day, so he has yet to see a strike here for the Mohawks. As Tanner Allen steps to the plate playing left field today for the Mohawks, I mentioned it before, but I'd expect him to see both some infield and outfield work, maybe at first base and on the infield. As that one is popped up, it will be in shallow left field, ranging back as the shortstop Kazitsky, to make the catch for the first out. Kazicki. As that will bring up Richie Nitza, the second baseman, out of Florida Atlantic. Richie Nitza so far in this game is 0 for 2 with a hit-by pitch that came in the 3rd inning. And the first pitch into Nitza is fouled back to the backstop, and it'll be 0-1. I'm not sure how quick Foscue is at first, but he's taken a solid lead. As they check him at first, and he slides back in safely. As the breeze begins to come in a little bit more, which is certainly welcomed here on a nice hot day. As that one misses low and away, and it will be 1-1 to Nitza. Richie on the season is hitting .293, 17 for 58, 12 runs scored, 2 home runs, and 10 RBIs, as he has become a top 5 hitter quickly for the Mohawks this season. Another check of Foscue at first, but he slides back in safely. As out of qualified hitters, you got Richie Barella, Elvis Peralta Jr., Michael Ludwig, and Richie Nitza, so he's 4th on the team in batting average. That one misses low to him, so it'll be 2-1. Right behind him is Mike Antico, who's hitting .286 to round out the top 5. As Sam Prater, who currently is home due to injury, we aren't sure if his Mohawks book is completely closed this season, but for now he has left after hitting .350. That one was up and in on Richie Nitza, had to go to the ground. Might shake you a little bit, as stealing on the pitch was Foscue, so that will be his first stolen base as a Mohawk, as that had gotten away from the catcher Pino. So the Mohawks now have a runner on second and one out, 3-1 count here to Richie Nitza. And Good will step off. As Foscue actually did not have a recorded stolen base for Mississippi State at all this season. So there you go. There's his first action on the base paths. As that one will be flown into center. Ranging back is Bertrand to make the catch, who had made that switch a couple innings ago. Tagging up is Foscue, and he'll slide into third safely. So he does have some speed, as he will get to third here with 2 outs, and the 9-hitter Elvis Peralta Jr. come to the plate. Elvis so far in this game is 1 for 4, I believe. Excuse me, 1 for 3. He hit into a fielder's choice. He flew out and he hit a 2-run home run in the bottom of the 4th inning, before this game was suspended on June 24th. We will now have a visit to the mound from the Saugerties head coach. It looks like they may leave Good in. Here, 2 outs. As in this inning already, the Mohawks have taken back the lead on a solo home run by Shane Muntz, his second of the game, as this is a resumed game from June 24th. But the Mohawks are clawing back, trying to get this win in game 1 of a doubleheader here against Saugerties, as we still have a 7-inning matchup to come a half hour after this game finishes. As Good will stay in the game. Justin Foscue is at third with Elvis Peralta at the dish and 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. I am going to guess that McLinsky may not come out, or actually would probably come out with no one right now in the bullpen, as that one misses low and away to Peralta Jr., 1-0. I'm going to guess that McLinsky will come out for the 9th, as he has thrown the past 2 and 2/3 innings, as that one misses outside. It's 2-0 now to Peralta. Elvis on the season, as he's had a tear in the second half here for the Mohawks. He's hitting .337, 32 for 95. 2-0 here to Peralta, misses outside, and it'll be 3-0. And he has 23 runs scored, which leads the team to go along with his 32 hits. That is tied for the team lead with Richie Barella. He also has 18 RBIs, which is tied for second on the team with Mike Ludwig, as he will take a 4-pitch walk, as they will pitch to Mike Antico here, runners on first and third and 2 outs. So Peralta's on for the second time this game. And now we will see a pitching change. As we'll have what looks like a righty coming in. As Good gets a round of applause from the small Saugerties contingent here. And the Mohawks will have runners on first and third, trying to get some insurance runs. As we're trying to determine who the pitcher is. As we will take a short break here at Shuttleworth Park with the Amsterdam Mohawks up 5-4. You're listening to the Amsterdam Mohawks Radio Network here on YouTube Live. Logan Teskey is on to pitch for the Stallions. His numbers so far for Saugerties this year. This is his 9th appearance. He's thrown 17 1/3 innings, given up 16 hits and 7 runs are all earned. He's walked 5 and struck out 19. He has a 3.63 ERA. As he will face off against Mike Antico. As that first pitch is low, going on the throw, as that one is thrown away, and that will give Foscue the free pass to home, as that one was thrown down to second on a steal attempt by Elvis Peralta Jr., and he will be allowed to score as well, as the ball was thrown out of play, so it gives every runner an extra base after you get to the base that you were going to. So the Mohawks are now up 7-4, as that would be an error on the second baseman, Tyler Kelder, who threw that ball away as he was trying to get Foscue sliding back into third. So on the first pitch, without Mike Antico touching the baseball, Mohawks are now up 7-4 here with the bases empty and 2 outs. Second pitch into Antico is lined into left center, and that will go off the wall for a double. Antico slides safely into second. As regardless of what happened the pitch before, Mike Antico would have batted the runners home anyways. So the Mohawks are now up 7-4 with Jake Hammond stepping up to the plate. Hammond so far today is 1 for 3. 1 for 3, as that one is in there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. He singled in the 7th, but was stranded, as they'll try and get Mike Antico home here. As the Mohawks gave up the lead in the top of the 8th, but have now snagged it back with a solo home run from Shane Muntz and 2 runs allowed to score on an error by Tyler Kelder at second. As it's now 1-1 here to Jake Hammond. That 1-1 is ripped back up the middle for a base hit. Mike Antico will take the turn and head for home. Bertrand will try to get him at home, and the ball is bobbled by the catcher, so he is in there safely. So an RBI single there for Jake Hammond will give the Mohawks an 8-4 lead. As that brings up Joe Genord out of South Florida. As Joe has now switched up his walk-up song. He usually has country on, but I don't think he has played as well at home, and we actually have splits on that. As the first pitch to Genord is swung and missed, 0-1. But Genord on the road, he has 41 at-bats hitting .292, while at home he has 44 at-bats hitting .227. He has more home runs and RBIs at home, but his on-base percentage is .463 on the road and only .295 at home. So the difference is 1.168% or 0.168 points, as that one is on the outside corner for a strike. And it's 0-2 now to Genord. If Joe keeps the inning going, Cole Barr is out on deck. As Teskey throws the 0-2 in, as Joe Genord will deposit that one into right center, and it will roll all the way to the wall. Scoring is Jake Hammond. Joe Genord will cruise into second with an RBI double, and the Mohawks now take a 9-4 lead. That RBI is the 25th of the season for Joe Genord. Gives him 68 total as a Mohawk as he continues to crush the baseball in an Amsterdam uniform. Let's now bring up Cole Barr. Cole will be the 9th hitter of the inning. As the first pitch from Teskey into him is low for a ball, 1-0. As that was Genord's first hit of the day, I'm sure he's relieved to get that. Cole Barr so far today is 0 for 2. He came in at the resumption of the game as that one misses outside, and it's 2-0 now, and has since struck out and flown out. And the 2-0 from Barr is fouled. 2 Barr is fouled off. And it will be 2-1. Genord still on second here. 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th inning. The Mohawks have scored 5 runs in the inning as they started the inning tied 4-4 with the Stallions. And 4 of these runs have come with 2 outs. As a 2-1 to Barr, as that hit him on the shoulder, it looked like. So Barr will be on for the first time today. And Shane Muntz will come back up to the plate for the second time this inning as he led off this inning with a solo home run to left. For his second home run of the game as he's stepping up to the plate is 2 for 4. The catcher out of Wake Forest has had some issues behind the plate early on in this game, just getting hit with some baseballs, not getting the right signs to his pitchers. But at the plate, he's done pretty well as that one is fouled back and out of play. He'll be 0-1 as he will be the 10th batter up in the inning. And the 0-1 here from Teskey. Runners on first and second, 2 outs still. That pitch misses high. It'll be 1-1. Muntz came into this game hitting .261, 12 for 46, with 5 runs scored and 2 home runs and 7 RBIs. He will now have 4 home runs and 9 RBIs, as both of his home runs were solo shots. As that one catches the outside corner, it will be 1-2 to Muntz. Mentioned before, both of these teams are tied for first in the East Division in the PGCBL, as the Mohawks bats have come alive and have started to play like it, as that one misses outside and it's 2-2. As both the Mohawks hitting and offense and pitching are usually in the top at least 4 in the PGCBL every year, their staff has been first in pitching all season, but their hitting has just come along as of late. They're hitting .272, which is good enough for 6th in the league. That one is ripped down the right field line and will be just foul as Joe Genord turned around, took a backswing, and it looked like he clunked the umpire, as I don't think he meant to do that, and now he apologizes. As that one looked like it was almost fair, but he just hit to the right of the first base bag. He'll stay 2-2 here. Genord on second, Cole Barr on first. Mohawks have 5 runs home already this inning, one of them on a home run from Muntz, as he's batting for the second time, the 2-2. Curveball misses high, and it will be a full count here to Shane. On deck, if Muntz can keep it going, is Justin Foscue out of Mississippi State. And the payoff pitch from Teskey is ripped into left center for a base hit, and that one will go all the way to the wall. Scoring as he was running on the pitch was Genord, as well as Cole Barr behind him, a 2 RBI double by Shane Muntz puts the Mohawks up 11-4. Those are his second and third RBIs of the inning. As the Mohawks continued their slugfest from yesterday, a 14-2 win over the Oneonta Outlaws, and have scored 7 runs in 4 innings today. As that is Munt's third hit of the game, he is 3 for 5 now with 4 RBIs. That one's ripped down the left field line for a base hit. Scoring will be Shane. Oh, actually, they call it foul. That ball was fair by a mile, but of course I have to stay unbiased as an announcer. But that one did go fair, but of course everyone misses one every once in a while. So Shane Muntz will head back to second, and Foscue will step back to the plate, as that was going to be his first official at-bat and hit as a Mohawk. But he will now have to earn it once again, as Foscue in this game has yet to record an at-bat, has walked twice. As that one will be ripped into right center, ranging over is the center fielder Beatrin, and he will make the catch to retire the side. But not before the Mohawks send 11 to the plate and score 7 runs, including 3 RBIs for Shane Muntz, as it's 7 runs on 5 hits. There was 1 error in the inning for the Stallions, and 1 runner was left on base as we head to the 9th inning now, with the Mohawks up 11-4. You are listening to the Amsterdam Mohawks Radio Network here on YouTube Live. It'll be top of the order for the Saugerties Stallions for their last licks here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. They are now down 11-4 to the Amsterdam Mohawks, with Ryan McClinsky out to continue trying to close this one out, as that one misses high. It's 1-0. McClinsky's thrown 2 innings, given up 2 runs, both of them earned, as that one will be flown out to center field, ranging over is Antico to make the catch for the first out. As that'll bring up Cameron Comer, the designated hitter out of the University of Virginia. As the Mohawks bats came alive once again last inning with a 7-run 8th. As that one catches the outside corner for a strike, it's 0-1 to Comer. including 2 hits in the inning for Shane Muntz, 2 extra base hits actually, a home run and a double, plating 3 RBIs as that one misses low, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 here for McClinsky misses low and away. Now it's 2-1. Tyler Kelder, who also made a costly throwing error in that same 8th inning, as that one is fouled back. It'll be 2-2. He is a Kelder, that is out on deck. That error allowed 2 runs to score to make it 7-4, and then the Mohawks put 4 more on the board with a series of 4 hits, as that one is popped high in the air down the left field line. Calling is Elvis Peralta Jr., who has the angle to make the catch. He looked at Foscue, who is playing third. Of course, this is Foscue's first start from the Mohawks, so he has yet to play with Elvis Peralta. And they are talking it over kind of how they want to call that, as Peralta kind of had the better angle, but he actually ended up looking at Foscue about a second before he caught the ball. So luckily they didn't collide or anything like that, as the Stallions are down to their final out of this first game of the doubleheader. It'll be Tyler Keller out of St. Bonaventure, who rips one right to the left fielder, Allen, who will make the catch. And that will do it for the first game, as the Mohawks take this one 11-4. Your winning pitcher is Ryan McClinsky out of Seton Hall. Your losing pitcher will be Teskey for the Stallions. It'll be Logan Teskey, excuse me, out of Angelo State, who will be saddled with the loss, as we still have some baseball to come for you guys, as we will have a separate broadcast starting up when that game gets underway. But the Mohawks take this one 11-4, as Shane Muntz is your Mohawk of the game at the plate, going 3 for 5 with 2 home runs and a double and 4 RBIs to lead Amsterdam. Also a couple of good guys who also did good things at the plate. Mike Antico went 2 for 5 with 2 doubles. Jake Hammond had 2 hits, 2 singles, and Joe Genord collected an RBI double to add to his team lead. As that will do it for the first game here. You can tune in to our YouTube network here around, it'll be a half hour from now, so if I can give you an estimate, right now it's 6:56. I would expect us to be getting back underway around 7:30-ish. So if you tune in around then, you should be able to catch this second game between Saugerties and Amsterdam. Right now, Amsterdam, it will be 18-12 versus 17-13 for Saugerties. So the Mohawks now have a game lead in the division over both now Saugerties and Albany. As we will take a quick break here, but we'll be back with game 2 between the Stallions and Mohawks. You are listening to the Amsterdam Mohawks Radio Network here on YouTube Live.